I invite love and light, protection and perfection. Hmm. Thank you for joining me tonight. It is Wednesday, February 12th, 2025. And outside, the full moon in Leo is rising from the eastern horizon. Uh, the indigenous called this the snow moon, or sometimes because of the lack of things to eat, the hunger moon. And this full moon in Leo is related to pleasure, creativity, and romance, kind of like a sense of me, and is in opposition between the sun in Aquarius. So, as you know, full moons happen when the sun is setting, the moon is rising, so they're facing each other. And so, in this little face-off, um, there's a little bit of um, contrast for us because Aquarius is the house, the 11th house, which is about me in relation to the collective in a platonic way, instead of me in relation to others in romance. And Jupiter, the big gas giant, has stationed direct in Gemini and will be there until June 9th this summer, which encourages us to open our minds, right, and to question what we think we know. We're also in this pre-shadow period of the eclipse season that starts next month on March 14th with the full blood moon eclipse. And Mercury will begin its retrograde the day after that full moon for a little over 3 weeks to the first week of April. And at the end of March, after the spring eclipse season of 2 weeks has ended, Neptune will be entering Aries, leaving Pisces, where it's been stationed since 2012. And that's like 13-year cycle. And it's interesting. I found out there's this victimhood slash victimizer mentality that's associated with Pisces, the 12th house. It's a water sign in its ruling planet, Neptune. And that influence is now waning as Neptune shifts towards this new zodiac cycle. Um, there's also a T square with Uranus in Taurus opposing Mercury, who is in Aquarius. And this is intensifying this desire for freedom and authenticity. And squares, interestingly enough, in astrology are these challenging, conflicting energies. Think more contrast for clarity and an added boost to help us break free from spinning our wheels in some area of our lives. So perhaps you might have an uncomfortable experience that highlights exactly how you're out of alignment with your true self. Um, I believe we each have our own special brand of unique genius to share with the world, and in a way that fosters some kind of win-win-win synergy. And so the question here that you can let percolate is, how have you denied yourself the opportunity to express this gift that literally no one else can bring? This is a great opportunity for us to let go of some stubborn habits that no longer feel fulfilling, right? Because full moons are about culminations and release. So this is a great chance to see things as they are, right? And then to let go of something that no longer serves your highest and best good. And okay, before I delve into our intention setting session for tonight, I wanted to share with you that I finally self-published my first edition of Moonshot Pivot, and it's for the 2025 and 2026 Lunar Cycles. And it's available on magcloud.com. There are uh, 74 pages of content that I have curated related to the new and full moon phases with calendars and intention tracking spreads, along with the eclipse pivots and Mercury retrogrades, as well as details about each sign of the zodiac and a beginner's guide to the astrological transits and planets, as well as some detailed information about the shifting eras that are upon us. And just a little blurb about those shifting eras, like towards the end of 2024, right, and into now 2025, the outer planets with their longer orbits will pile up in a rare confluence of astrological transits, signaling some long-term generational shifts that affect humanity en masse. So I talk about that a bit. I actually studied some ephemeris tables, the actual raw data that astrologers use to corroborate some data that I found in my research. And in this book, I also share my personal mashup visuals and explanations of the temples, our temples, and the balanced abundances, to help you contemplate any imbalances, as well as any potential remedies for bringing your life into harmonious flow. This whole book exists to provide an easy and satisfying structure for aligning with the rhythms of the moon, pulling weeds such as bad habits, right, with the full moon, and planting seeds, adding some soul-filling stuff with the new moon, and phasing into greatness 2 weeks at a time. Ish. I created this guide as a way to capture all that I've learned and leaned into this celestial dance with the moon as a way to break free from my own addictive patterns that no longer serve my highest and best good. And it is my hope that in sharing this Moonshot Pivot process, others may also recalibrate their lives so that the trajectories and the areas that matter most are going in a direction that inspires hope and healing for the future. You can get your own digital copy for just $7.99. And there's a perfect bound print version for just $22.99 available online. So with that said, let's get settled in our seats here and take some deep breaths in to breathe out. And let's get ready to be led in an intention setting guided meditation here for the full moon in Leo. I really love the 4-7-8 breath. So take our hands and put it over our hearts, and let's breathe in for a count of 4, saying to ourselves, I invite the divine. And as you hold your breath for a count of 7, say, I allow the divine to entwine, releasing your breath for twice as long as you breathed in, as you invite that peace inside. One more series of breaths in, inviting the divine, holding your breath as you allow the divine to entwine, and release, to invite that peace inside. Good. As we separate our shoulders from our ears here, maybe create a little bit of space and roll them around. Imagine yourself growing a beautiful taproot from the base of your spine down below the chair that you're in and the foundation at your feet into the frozen earth below, past the gravel and clay and granite, down to an underground aquifer that is that perfect temperature, nice and warm. And allow those itty bitty microtubules of your roots reflected in an upside down silhouette in the earth below to begin to drink up these nurturing, mineral rich waters deep under the surface, hydrating you from the inside, traveling up those root systems up into your taproot to meet the base of your feet. And invite that hydrating energy into your bloodstream. See it flowing through your veins and capillaries and arteries, up your legs, past your hips, and into your torso, flowing through every organ in your body. See it traveling through your heart and your lungs, up your neck and down your shoulders, down to your fingertips even, and then up into your head. Feel that space between your ears now swimming in a beautiful, beautiful, loving water, liquid love that is here to dissolve any old, crusty, dry deserts. Breathe it up and in, up to the brim of your skull, and hold your breath for a moment. And sip in even another breath here as you hold it. Just really feel yourself filling up like a body of water from the bottom up. And as you breathe out, imagine this water now just flushing out of every orifice, every pore of your body. Just cleansing, flushing, and purifying. Let's imagine a beautiful counterclockwise spiral of silver energy, a gift from the earth below that's helping power wash us on the inside, clearing away any fears we carry in our body, any shame we might be hiding inside of ourselves. Any guilt that has us dimming our light, any blame that we've taken on that doesn't belong to us. Allow these waters to flush away any grief in our heartscape. Power washing the loneliness and the pain that comes from a feeling of isolation. And see that silver counterclockwise spiral traveling up even further inside here to flush away any lies or delusions, any doubts or confusions, and any ego trips and pride that keep us feeling like we have to do it all by ourselves, all alone inside. And as we release these old crusty limitations, let's now imagine a beautiful golden clockwise spiral of energy from the highest point of light in the heavens above. Feel that golden warmth of love come clockwise, cycling over us from the top of our skull here, allowing us to blossom that crown chakra, that 1,000-petaled lotus blossom, so that we may feel that balanced abundance of meaningful connections, that we are all connected and we all have a purpose, that we are designed by the divine for greatness with a purpose. And see that clockwise spiral with golden energy now coming into that area of the third eye here to allow us to see things from that 50,000-foot perspective where everything is always working out for our highest and best good. And allow yourself to receive the blessing of this golden clockwise spiraling energy into our throat chakra, really allowing us to align with expressing ourselves authentically without even needing to say a word. We can stand in our own truth, feeling validated and safe. And now invite this golden clockwise spiral into your chest, to your heart center, imbuing your whole IZness with that unconditional love and compassion, that kindness towards yourself and others. Yes, another deep breath in here for that heart space. Then hold for a moment, maybe shake things around to make a little more room as it settles in. And now a little clockwise spiral continues down to the area of the solar plexus below the rib cage, our inner sun, right? We are safe to be seen, blessing us with courage and empowerment, feeling strong, burning bright in our own power. I see this golden spiral continue down to that area below the belly button where the sacral chakra is, that dantian, our inner fire of desire, blessing us with that creative passion, that fire to pursue the joys in life, right? It is safe for us to give and receive pleasure in our bodies. What a gift. And now, see that golden clockwise spiral of energy traveling down through your hips and down your left leg, blessing you with that balanced abundance of resources needed in order to thrive. See those resources rooted into the earth. In a beautiful symbiotic flow, you're able to give what you no longer need. Share your gifts freely as you receive all that's required in order for you to thrive moving forward. And now see that golden spiral gifting that area of your right leg, spiraling down with all of the time freedom needed in order to do these things, to enjoy all these blessings in this body, in this life, on this earth. Good. And as you see this golden spiral traveling all the way down your taproot, let's invite this golden spiral to travel deep down to the very center of the earth. And I like to imagine a beautiful crystalline core at the heart of Mother Earth, where we can offer a moment of Ho'oponopono, the Hawaiian forgiveness prayer. I love you, Mother Earth. I'm sorry, Mother Earth. Please forgive me, Mother Earth. And thank you, Mother Earth. Oh, pardon me. Good release right there. And as Mother Earth receives your forgiveness prayer, she is now able to begin draining away any excess yuck, sludge, tar, dark ooey, bleh, that you no longer want to carry with you. Let's release that into the earth and allow those upside down root silhouettes in the earth at that aquifer to begin suctioning up even more of that luxurious hydration. And now creating this cycle of cleansing and flushing and receiving these blessings. See yourself as a tree planted deep in the earth, and imagine as a tree facing the east and admiring the rising full moon with the twinkling stars in the background. And really feel that little bit of warmth that reflection provides in the deep darkness of the night. See your leaves cutting softly in the breeze, reflecting a beautiful silverness, silver and black from this reflection from the full moon. And as you begin to gaze around your environment here, just allow yourself to turn around 360 in your mind's eye as you scan what's on the earth below, underneath the canopy of your branches. And allow yourself to be shown in the light of the full moon any ways that you are wasting resources, Maybe there are ways that you are spinning your wheels. Maybe there are unhelpful constrictions that restrict the way you express yourself authentically. Maybe ways that you hide yourself and keep yourself feeling small, maybe to make others feel more big or important, right? Let's ask to be shown in the light of the full moon any weeds growing in your garden that are bad habits that are siphoning away your vital nourishment. You know, each day the sun rises and we are given 24 hours within that period to transform the gift of sunlight and photosynthesize the beautiful warm rays so that we may learn, reach, and grow to become all that we are meant to be. And there are ways that we have allowed unwanted things to root in our sphere. Has to be shown what the most unhelpful weed is in your life at this time. Maybe it's related to ego. How do you get in your own way? Saying it can only be done by me and I can't ask for help. I've got to do this alone. And as you zero in on this one very specific weed that you know has grown larger than it needs to be and is taking up bandwidth for you to be able to lean into your own greatness. Maybe it's a boundary that you need to enforce in your sphere so that you don't allow toxic behavior into your interactions with others. Maybe it's an unconscious bad habit that has become a daily occurrence in your life that creates this hamster wheel cycle that has you running to stand still in some way. Whatever it is, really allow yourself in the silence that follows to articulate, to envision in its fullness the impact that this weed has in your life. Really see where it's rooted in your sphere. And now that you've been able to really see where this weed is rooted in your life, allow yourself to imagine with that weed no longer being there, what does it look like to feel happy and at peace, feeling fulfilled and satisfied, feeling like you're able to gain traction in an area of your life that has been neglected in some way. Really see yourself maybe 2 weeks from now, basking in the little wins that come from not having indulged in whatever that is. And now imagine one of your big branches, like just reaching out towards that weed in your sphere and creating little fingers to grab that weed by where it meets the soil to really unearth the whole thing. See that root stalk just come out in a big clump with the rest of that weed. Shake that loose dirt free. And imagine another branch of yours now offering a handful of fire in the moonlight to transform this weed into carbon. Just ashes, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Weed, you go away. I say it, you must. And imagine those ashes now just gently falling to the ground beneath the canopy of your tree. And see your whole isness absorbing the mineral nutrients, all that compost that is now ready to nurture you moving forward. And put your hands over your heart center now and offer a moment of gratitude for this moonlit clarity, for this alignment with your inner fire of desire, for this freedom from whatever it was that was keeping you from expressing yourself authentically. And now imagine gazing again at that full moon that is now raised up a little bit higher into the sky ahead. And imagine reaching your hand as a tree out to that moon, and that moon in a golden orb now gifting you a golden coin in your hand. That richness, that beauty, that abundance that you need in order to thrive moving forward. And bring that golden coin down to your heart center and see a little slot in the trunk of your tree where it just gently receives it, almost like a slot machine. And allow that coin to settle into your heart of hearts. And in so doing, it illuminates your whole field. See yourself just now glowing with this added zing of solar and lunar blessings. And so it is. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and come back to this space, remembering the safety and love that you felt. And on this full moon in Leo, I pulled a card from my Sacred Rebels deck just for us tonight. Here's a little message from the divine that is seeing the true you. Sometimes we believe what others tell us we are, yet the accuracy of the reflection depends on the clarity of that which is doing the reflecting. Even the moon reflects the sun in varying degrees of fullness and clarity. You might not be honoring all that you are and all that you are becoming because you believe too little of yourself. There may be those around you that are able to reflect you more faithfully and even help you see more of your own greatness and beauty. You are to begin to develop the art of direct perception. This is a step towards a radical empowerment that does not require perfection in order to recognize you are lovable and have much to offer. When you have the experience of truly beholding yourself, you will know yourself to be sacred. In your quest to be a responsible person, you may be unintentionally taking on the feelings of others, making reflections of you more than they are in truth. Let those external perceptions go and be free. Thank you for allowing me to guide you in this intention setting session. Namaste.